Hey everyone, hope your day is going well. We are back with another reaction. We're going to check out People Are Strange by The Doors, and this will be my very first reaction to The Doors. I wanted to start this year, and we're going to start as well with this title because it just caught my eye. I said, that's my title, People Are Strange. Hell yeah. But uh, I do know two songs that come to mind by The Doors. That's The End, because I used to be kind of a raver, right? In the early 2000s, every rave ended with the DJ mixing in the end. This is the end. Lights went on, time to go home or to the after party, and then to the after party after the after party. Okay, that's how we roll, or used to anyway. But and then playing Need for Speed Underground 2, we have Riders of the Storm, or On the Storm. What is it? Dun, 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 dun. That game. I used to play it all the time, and you heard that song in the game. But maybe I should check out the full versions because I imagine that those weren't full versions every time. But I do have memories of those songs. So let's check it out, man. I know about Jim Morrison, and he passed away very young at 27. But I don't know too much about the Doors, so I hope to learn a lot more as I go through this journey. I know the members. I'm looking at the writing credits here: John Densmore and Robert Krieger, Ray Manzarek, and of course Jim Morrison. So I guess that was evenly split for the publishing, I guess. All right, let's jump in.
People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. People are strange when you're a stranger. Faces look ugly when you're alone. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted. Streets are uneven when you're down. When you're strange,
Hey.
faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange. Alright, yeah. When you're strange, faces come out of the rain. When you're strange, no one remembers your name. When you're strange, when you're strange, when you're strange.
Ugh. That's gonna be on the playlist, man. I felt this song, and great drumming. I like the slide guitar in it too. There's an organ at certain parts as well, if I'm not mistaken. And Jim Morrison has a unique voice. When I was thinking about like the end and Riders on the Storm, uh, man, it's been so long. Maybe I just remembered it wrong. Maybe he's singing in a different way on those songs. That could I hear a little bit more of a not really a rasp or maybe a little bit hoarseness. Hoarseness, is that a word? I can always use the excuse that English isn't my first language, and that's my get out of jail free card. Guys, I can't help it. The movies, they teach me how to talk. So yeah, but I like that quality in his voice. I mean, taking in the fact that he passed away so young, it's like he already has a voice that's seen multiple lifetimes. It feels that way to me, which is really great. And there's a great catchy part musically right around here, I think. Let me play that again. I really like that part.
When you're strange, when you're
So here,
strange. Alright, yeah.
yeah, this. Ooh. Oh, immediately you're in it. Let's go.
When you're strange.
Yeah, that's great. Man, and such a short song too. Because I remember, like the end of Riders of the Storm is pretty long, compared to this. Maybe 9 or 10 minutes. Yeah, that's really great. And yeah, people are strange when you're a stranger. It's not that the people have really changed. It's more like your perception of them changed when you feel like you're disconnected. You feel like an outsider. Very, very relatable. Faces look ugly when you're alone. The people seem like more hostile or distant when you feel that way. You're going through the world maybe like paranoid. I've definitely felt that. Like I mentioned, the after the after party back then. Well, when you come outside at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and you open that door and everybody's like the world's going on pause, like a record spin, and then they're looking at you. You think people are strange, but it's you coming. Oh man, yeah. Women seem wicked when you're unwanted, So it's all of that perception, And streets are uneven when you're down. The world gets more difficult to navigate when you're depressed and anxious. It's just everything seems like a hurdle. Yeah, faces come out the rain when you're strange. You're just starting to see patterns. Human brains are really good at pattern recognition, but it just feels that way, right? You just, I get this feeling. I know that almost icky feeling um, of being there. Maybe it's growing up as a minority too, in a country. That's oh, forget about that. So yeah, I like that a lot. I felt this song. I felt this song. It's great. It has catchy parts in it as well, but it has a lot of substance too, and great singing. Mm, yeah, that's awesome. This is my first the Doors reaction. And also, when you're strange, no one remembers your name. You kind of go unnoticed through the world. You feel like you don't matter. And that reminded me of Eleanor Rigby. I think it came out a year before that. This is from 67, Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles, 66. Because there's Eleanor Rigby died in the church and she was buried with a name like nobody remembers. You're insignificant. And that line reminded me of that. Um, yeah, awesome stuff, man. What a time for music that was, huh? All right. Please leave some recommendations for the Doors, and hopefully we can explore some more on the channel. I'll be learning a lot more about them. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.